And he said, you know, you have to decide. Are you going to change something? And he said, no, we're not going to change anything. We're just going to do what we do.
Clemson wins the tip.
Now, that is not over and back.
No, it is
You're
not.
allowed to throw the ball in the backcourt. He never possessed it in the front court.
Not a popular decision here. However, it's the right play. And, of course, a nice find from Hunter up top to Galloway. Gets the painted area, but denied by Ryan Dunn. And Dunn with the finish on the alley-oop, the first bucket for Virginia.
And it's going to be tough to do that against Clemson because they are not a team that rebounds the ball offensively. They like to get back.
Nice find from Beekman to Armaan Franklin, who's able to finish.
But he doesn't shoot it anywhere near as well as his brother.
No, he does not, but he is that traditional point guard, but turns it over. Reece Beekman out on the break and the finish.
Absolutely. But here's that steal we're talking about. Dunn creates some problems. Beekman capitalizes. The Cavaliers turning off defense into offense, and so they have the lead.
Chase Hunter off the mark from three, but the offensive rebound by P.J. Hall, who finishes with some authority. Gymnast as a young person, he can kick his foot well above his head as we see Reece Beekman lining up the three.
That was a bad pass. If he makes a good pass, I think Clark has a three-point shot.
Was that a bad pass because of the recipient? In a game that Clemson won by double figures. So he's had success here, but not early. Ryan Dunn coming up with the offensive rebound, the putback. P.J. Hall lines up a three, banks it in, and we've seen that from P.J. before, and also seen the shrug afterward. And Cafaro as they've led the charge. And Virginia taking this lead. Nice hands by Bennett Vanderplas. McKneely on the break, goes to the Euro, the finish.
Tyson was lining him up and never got a chance to try to block him.
P.J. Hall taking on Bennett Vanderplas, attacking the rim once again, showing off his athleticism. Third turnover for Virginia. And one of the things you've seen from Brad Brownell is Hunter Tyson lines up another and gets a friendly bounce here. Armaan Franklin attacking the basket, is able to get there, finishing with the left hand after already knocking down 1-3 in this game. Possession turns out in a turnover and an opportunity, a three-point play for Chase Hunter. Shot clock down to 5 seconds. Chase Hunter's had to deal with Kihei Clark all evening long. Kihei with a great defensive play, but Ian Shefflin coming up.
They have forced turnovers, Corey, but they have committed them as well.
Yeah, 5 turnovers for Virginia, who only averaged a little under 9. As Kihei Clark picks up the steal and attacks the basket. Uncharacteristic for the Hoos, especially here on their home court. Franklin for three. Add any more cushion to this lead for Virginia. Clemson with an opportunity here offensively, doing it without P.J. Hall. A nice find from Middlebrooks to Tyson, who's able to score the layup under the basket. Going with Paul guarding Dunn. And Tyson on Bennett Vanderplas, who gets to the basket and gets the and one opportunity. A nice find from Galloway to Hunter Tyson, the easy bucket. Virginia scrambling defensively, trying to take away the passing. P.J. Hall backing down Ben Vanderplas and is able to finish. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Virginia is one of the best in the country. Vanderplas coming up with the offensive rebound, the putback, second chance points.
Well, if you can understand that thing, you explain it to me. I certainly don't.
You have been my go-to on everything NCAA tournament for 30 years now, my friend. Absolutely. Gardner coming off a double-double, 19 points, 12 rebounds at North Carolina on Saturday. And as you mentioned, he's been their guy offensively for the last few years as P.J. Hall.
Was Chase Hunter. He stopped trying to dribble the ball one-on-one against Kihei Clark. He's driving the ball and passing it.
Yeah, great matchup between those two. Hunter Tyson, of course, a guy that's an ACC Player of the Year candidate as well as a first-teamer. As Reece Beekman comes up with another steal. And the a great block by Chase Hunter getting back.
Their guard. I mean, he threw the ball right to him, and Beekman figures he's got a dunk, but what a great job.
Very few teams are out as well.
Well, if you still have a chance to play in your conference tournament, you're not out, because no matter how strange it can be,
get and make quality shots for Virginia. He's their leading scorer on the season as Franklin gets to the free throw line. The mid-range pull-up is good.
Depending on matchups, they can go a ways.
And I believe that's the point that, I've really been trying to make regarding the ACC. With so many different styles of play as P.J. Hall goes to the jump hook and is able to finish.
The teams at the top of the ACC, I think, can compete with anybody in the country.
Josh Beadle to the basket. The nice finish with the left hand.
Made a specialty of making comebacks.
Isaac McKneely lining up the three, knocking it down, keeping the Tigers at bay.
Hard for him to make the shot on McKneely.
Tyson going to work in the painted area, going against a strong defender. McKneely lines up another three, knocks it down. That actually will be a two-pointer. Alex Hemingway trying to return the favor, knocked down a three on the wing off of the dribble penetration by Hunter Tyson.
You're right, it was close, Corey, but it was very well contested by Vanderplas.
Nice find from Kihei Clark to Isaac McKneely. The finish, the foul opportunity for the and one. Yeah, and that's, of course, a guy that's coming into averaging over 14 points per game, so one of the main cogs in the offense for Clemson as Tyson is able to line up a three and knock it down.
Again, Tyson is a guy you've mentioned a couple times. He's certainly a candidate for ACC Player of the Year. I think he blocked the shot that time.
It looked like Beadle might have got away with one on that as Chase Hunter attacks the basket and is able to finish. Good look for Kihei Clark, wide open, lines up the three, unable to knock it down, but the offensive rebound is put back from Jayden Gardner. Running in dropping those pocket passes as well. P.J. Hall back to the basket. The jump hook is good.
And he doesn't have to take 2 or 3 dribbles to get in position.
Kihei Clark finding Gardner in his patented mid-range spot. This time, Jayden Gardner able to knock it down. Clemson has been in trouble throughout this game. They've gone to P.J. Hall coming out of the timeout. Tony Bennett drawing up the trap and making sure they got the basketball out of his hands. Reece Beekman with the mid-range pull-up.
But this Cavalier team, I think, to be successful in postseason play, has to get offense from Beekman and Clark.
Josh Beadle attacking the basket. A little bit of a push-off there with the right hand. I can see you and Wally Walker getting the wiggle on back in the day. Is that the way it went down?
No. There was no wiggle on that team.
Reece Beekman to Jayden Gardner.
I just don't think you can have a lot of success if you can't make free throws in key situations.
Much smaller margin of error for this Virginia team than it was for the team in 2019 as P.J. Hall. Jayden Gardner going to the fadeaway, unable to get it to go. Chase Hunter trying to get Clemson in transition to see if he can find something. Virginia does a great job getting back, but no one close enough to Hunter Tyson. Chase Hunter still not able to get anything going. Hunter Tyson lining up. That's a tough shot. Give Ryan Dunn a lot of credit.
You want to hang on to the ball and you want to make free throws.
Near turnover. And Virginia right now not recognizing someone has to shoot the basketball. Virginia doing a great job getting back on the scramble. Tyson attacking the basket. Finds Chase Hunter in the corner. Knocks down to three. If you're Clemson, you don't need the three, right?
No, you don't need the three. You'll take it if you can get it. And you certainly don't want to turn it over. That's a force right there, and the Tigers are going to pay for it.
And Kihei Clark now making his second straight free throw. 6-point game.
And now you do need a three. And you need it fast.
Evan Galloway for three, unable to get it. P.J. Hall, the offensive rebound. Wasting time. That's one you've got to kick out. P.J. Hall's able to get it to go. He has him in there at this stage of the game and wants him to be the guy going to the free throw line. The first year with an opportunity to make an impression on his coach. As you mentioned before, one way to get more minutes in crunch time and making it a 7-point game. Chase Hunter's fling at the end of the game is off the mark. And I want to tell you, Dan Bonner, this has been a blast for me.